There is nothing, no sound, no sights, no feeling of air shifting around as I move limbs that long should have grown weary after all my effort. I attempt to scream, yet not as much as a breath exits my mouth. I am beginning to question whether I still have one anymore. The low thumping of the heart pumping blood that is felt in utter silence, or the ringing in the ears, is all nothing now. My eyes are blind. I place my hands in front, yet nothing is hidden and obscured from sight. This absolute nothingness does not waver. There is no salvation from it as it seeps into and consumes all. In one moment I'm walking down a bustling street, the sound of the engines of cars and the chatter of people filling my ears, and within my next step I was nowhere, wrapped in complete darkness, so tight in its embrace that it would suffocate if I'd breathed. There is no sleep, no time. It could be days, it could be years. There is no frame I could base anything on when all that appears is a lack of appearance. If hallucinations would manifest, it'd perhaps stave off this blackness that swallows me whole. Yet there is no reprieve. My mind doesn't create any image, as if I'd never had seen anything before. All that is permitted in this place are my thoughts, bouncing around the confines of my skull, as they seek a matter of answers which would explain this place that is more dreadful than a prison. My mind only finds itself one solution to this state, and it has been bleak. The thought of death. Death has been running through my mind constantly now. Perhaps I'm in a place between life and death. Could a vehicle have struck me? Maybe my body suddenly burst into flames, or an asteroid fell down from the heavens despite me. The state of unknowing is frightful. If certainty would result in a grim fact, I'd rather grasp it than have nothing to hold on to. The longer I remain here, the more and more plausible it seems that I am dead. Or at the very least, the more readily I am to accept it as fact. But if this is death, or if it is the in-between, when does it end? I had never thought there was something at the end. I thought there was nothing, no light, no darkness. I'd fade away like smoke rising into the sky as the fire is smothered. I never would have believed that at the end of the road, I'd still be forevermore. It has been ever longer now. At least I believe it has. I can't even feel my own body. I can't touch it. It's like I've lost my vessel of flesh and I just float here perpetually. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I had hoped. I wish I could scream till my throat became raw and hoarse. This place, it consumes my wits. I hate it so. What can I do when there is nothing to be done? Twiddle my thumbs? Perhaps that would be grand if I could. At least some sensation of my skin pressing against each other would be enough. Yet it isn't meant to be. I crave salvation. If there's a God, so be it. Anything to pull me out of these deeps that I've fallen so far into. Something will come. It must come. There isn't a reason why, yet it's a knowing that is primal. That something will arrive, or something may change. I must maintain belief. Hope is the only thing I may grip onto. It will be held till hands bleed and the blood wets my fingers, and even then it will be held onto by bone if I had some. I replay the words of hope in my head till the drone of it drowns everything. All sinks into it as I concentrate ever more onto it. The void that surrounds me will change. It will erode away. Or perhaps it will be filled once again by varying things. It doesn't matter what. It is impossible for nothingness to be true if I'm here. If I am in this place, there must be others. Or at the very least, something else. Confound the vagueness of it all. Blast this darkness away and create a bang that will cast light into this hell that I am trapped in. No senses, not even ghosts of them. True sensory deprivation. I focus ever more on hope, yet still the thoughts of this emptiness bubble up and pop at the surface before it submerges once more. Pain would even be a delight here. A break from monotony. A sense of change. Proof of time shifting along. Sand running down its hourglass. Yet I wait. I wait. I wait. I'm not sure if my wishes of apparitions have been answered, or if there is something in this void that has answered my pleas. I welcome it either way. Maybe I shouldn't so readily accept the unknown, but if I see it, it cannot remain unknown forever. I could swear a light dingles out there. It moves in an arc, back and forth. It seems so welcoming, like the warmth of a house after having been out in the desolate cold of a winter night. At first, that light was minimal, the size of a prick of a pin on a sheet of cloth at most. As of late, however, its size has been growing. I fixate on that light. A knot in my chest developed when I stare at the brightness, but I haven't seen such things in so long. Even if it becomes a mistake, then now can be a blessing. All that is here is me and that divine light. It beckons and I must heed its call. Its arms are open and I long for the embrace and desire its touch. It's real, I know it to be true. For such a simple thing would not have been in isolation if it was of my mind. If it was the mind, why don't I see more, see a sun, or see the waving grass on a hilltop? My mind would have come up with a greater swan song. No, it is real, the craving, the insatiable urge to know it will guide me true like an arrow of a bow shot into the heart of a target. I must move to it. It has become ever more near, as I will whatever I am, closer. Perhaps I've always been able to move in this space, but with this newfound frame of reference, it becomes clear to me now. The light has become the size of the sun on the horizon. It still sways as if there's wind, yet the light itself hasn't altered. It remains a warm yellow glow, something I had thought I would never come to see again. The light becomes ever more great in my eyes still, yet in the shadows it creates there is something behind it. It's large beyond measure, and it's almost as black as this void, so its features are obscured from my vision. I see the glistening of the skin of it, as if whatever it is damp, or covered in a coat of slime that causes it to subtly shimmer in the yellow light that is affixed in front of it. Perhaps there are scales on the side. Whatever the thing is, it isn't smoothed, it looks rigid. I believe the light is bouncing off protruding pieces of the creature. My mind should feel overwhelming unease, yet as it approaches, that light melts all the anxiety and hesitation away. It proclaims that everything is alright, and my mind has no capacity to fight it, even if the logical side of my brain tells me to take flight. I've stopped moving towards the light now. I feel some impending doom deep within. Yet the ease of the light overpowers it the moment it begins to spill over and contaminate my state of mind. The light, still it approaches ever faster. My vision is almost entirely enveloped by it, and my view that was once darkness is being conquered by a bright yellow that penetrates into my very being. It's a spotlight that I am now frozen in. I believe whatever it is still moves closer yet, but that light is all too close. What was once nothingness of pure black is now just nothingness in light. All I may do is wait. Perhaps it will pass, or perhaps the next chapter of the story of my life will occur. I'm uncertain now. The light is still here, still in my vision, yet its hue has changed. It's become darker, and the ease it once bestowed upon me is now lost. Whatever the light is still holds me in place, yet it feels malevolent in nature. The change in hue feels like a mask chopped off of it, revealing the scarred and ugly reality of what lies beneath. The light is becoming ever more dimmed and darker still, to where it almost is no longer different from what I have been surrounded by all this time. I see the light move now. It's like there is some liquid in a glass container that flows and glows in this place. I see it slosh around, and now the whole container is moving up. In that container I can see hands forming from that ooze. Just what is it? The light has finally moved up out of my vision and revealed the grotesquerie of nature. A gaping mouth attached to a behemoth. Thousands of teeth now shining in the dim glow. The skin of it seems sickly and decayed. What I thought was slime is something oozing out in between the scales of the creature. It's a dull pink, like whatever is inside it is seeping out, desperate to escape it. The teeth move like saw blades in the mouth. I still can't move, and all I may do is watch as it approaches, and there's something within me wanting to accept it. I don't want it to end here, at least, I think. I believe my mind wants to panic, yet the effects of the light still cast hesitation on my soul and my mind. Is this the end? Was this the result of what I desired? I wanted the suffering to end, but I never knew it would be so bleak, that my life would amount to being feed for this creature. I'm not ready yet. I don't want to go. I don't want...